Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Man Bunk Bed. It's of course me, Zach Bradley, the host. Down below me, I've got Nolan Wilson, aka Fat Squirrel, co-hosting. Yes, you might be confused as we get ready to do a fantasy football podcast episode while we have Grizzlies colors on. It is in fact NBA draft night. We were recording this Thursday, June 26th.
That's right, and our boys did exactly what we wanted them to.
That's right. That's right. We have a new 7-foot center on the Memphis Grizzlies.
That's right. Hey, 7'4", 299. It's a big old boy.
He's a unit. Okay,
that's exactly what we needed. But anyways, on to the process at hand. Underdog drafts. Killing it this year. Doing a lot of them. For those of you that don't know what these are, it's best ball. So you basically draft your team, and you never think about it again until the end of the year. And it puts in your best lineup every week. And you just, hope
no doubt.
It's the most fun part of fantasy.
It's true. You don't have the stress of waking up on time Sunday morning to set your lineups, or Monday night before waivers go through on Tuesday.
Right.
You don't do any of that.
Yep.
You just draft for the draft of it. Okay.
That's right. And
we gotta quote that.
That's fine. Draft for the draft of it. That's actually fantastic. Hey, Underdog, hit us up again, I guess.
That's right.
But I actually... So we launched this early because normally these go late. So we were going to talk over the beginning of it because usually it's pretty chalky. I ended up exactly where I love to be this year. I think this is the first year in the history of fantasy football I've wanted to be in the top 3 picks. Because there's that weird end of the first turn to the second. It feels like a dead area where you're just gambling right now.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, so look, what we're going to do for you tonight, we're going to do our first Best Ball Mania one of the big buy-ins, okay?
Put some big
Nolan
money in
and I, and in some ways, the Fantasy Football Advice Network are putting some actual change on the line tonight.
No $3 baby draft tonight.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing $25 draft tonight. Okay.
Hey, this is the $3 million first place winner draft right here.
That's right. So, look, we would be remiss if we didn't shout out 2 different organizations while we're going through this, especially still in the first round, but barely. The first is the host site for this podcast, which is the Fantasy Football Advice Network. They got a ton of awesome content creators. They've got a ton of awesome fantasy football fans and hobbyists on there. Jump on, go find us, subscribe, and be a part of the community. They got some awesome things coming. Yep, awesome things coming. Second, of course, is Underdog.
That's right.
And so Underdog facilitates the drafting of these best ball competitions. And they are a partner of the Fantasy Football Advice Network. So as you watch our episodes or listen to our episodes and then decide, I want to do that, I want to get on and do best ball, it looks fun, just use this code that's going across the bottom of the screen here, FFADVICE, when you do your first deposit, and they will do a 50% match of that first deposit up to $250. So we'll get some free money out there.
That's right. You love free money. It's the best kind.
Love it. Nolan, what are we drinking tonight?
I got a little Alto tequila, a little Anejo going on.
I went a little bit more natural since it was Grizzlies night. I had to put my beer in a Saints cup, and then I'm drinking some. I don't yet. Coors Banquet. Okay.
Coors, he says.
All right. So Nolan, first of all, I did notice that you were lucky enough to have CeeDee Lamb fall to you at 3.
My actual first overall pick, I got at the number 3 pick. He's the only person I have ranked because I wanted to move him up my board a little bit. He's my first overall pick this year. Got him at 3. Fantastic. But I feel like if you're picking in the top 3 picks, you are picking one of CMC, Tyreek, or CD. And there's not much more thought that goes into it. Because really your only other alternatives are Jamar, which it's just Jamar. He's been the same since he's come into the league. He's got QB issues because Burrow keeps getting hurt. JJ, who is getting a new quarterback, so who knows what's going to happen there.
And then
you can pick one of the running backs, but I don't like to pick first-round running backs in Underdog.
Nah.
And
the odds that you take that first-round running back and your roster is built on what ends up being a pretty skinny position, and then they get hurt and you're done. You're out of there.
And on the back end, I get my probably one of my favorite players coming in this draft, Mike Evans. I've got a lot of Mike Evans shares this year.
Well, you're pretty much a lock for a $1,000 season.
Yep. So really, I was saying earlier, I like to be in the first 3 picks because the middle feels like a dead area where you're picking JJ or Jamar, who, yes, you're happy to have on your team, but I feel like this year we're not super excited about. You can pick one of the running backs, A.J. Brown, but past that, you're really left with hold on. Let me do my thing real quick. We're going to go.
Yeah, don't you miss your players.
Yeah, no.
Get your rookie pick, Nolan.
I am. I'm, in fact, getting a rookie pick this year. But hold on. Where are we at? There we are. The end of the first round feels like a dead period because you're either taking a second or third year wide receiver who hasn't really shown anything. Puka has, but how high he's going in these drafts, it feels like all he can do is go down. Like, he went so high last year. It's asking a lot for him to repeat that as high as he's getting picked because Cooper Kupp is coming back fully healthy. So no idea what's going to happen there. So we'll see.
Speaking of Cooper Kupp, so we got a theory here in our best ball drafts. Noel and I talk about this often, okay? When you're going and you're looking at best ball drafts, sometimes it's hard to get out of. We do a lot of fantasy drafting, Noel and I do.
Yes.
And some of those leagues are dynasty. And so sometimes you get like pigeonholed or stuck into the mindset of like old players, avoid them. Not in these best ball drafts. Not in these best ball drafts. You go out here and you pick the best dudes at the best positions that give you the best chance to win. You only got them for a season. And you don't even have to worry about deciding if they play or not. So I went with Cooper Kupp.
High upside. We're going for the highest upside you can get.
No, this is completely unrelated to draft strategy. Do you and I have an NFC bias, or are they just better? Because all 3 of our first players are NFC players.
I don't know if I'd call it a bias.
They're just better.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just what we're comfortable with.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Nolan's favorite
I'm gonna be honest.
team?
I couldn't tell you what teams are in the NFC. So
okay, that's true.
So it's it hurts to say out loud. I don't know the divisions. Don't know who's where.
He'll get there. He'll get there, team. We're all growing together here. Okay.
I've been trying to learn. We do Weddle and Draftle every day. Still could not tell you. I have to pull up the list every time.
Shout out, they're not partners of ours yet. But
Yet.
Wordle, but Draftle and Weddle, we
That's
appreciate
right.
you.
Every day.
Daters.
Dude, do your dailies on there. You learn something.
Let's see. Yeah, for you intellectuals out there, you might want to avoid it, okay? But for you football snobs, we've got one. Okay?
That's right. How was Darren Waller drafted? As a wide receiver. You'd have never fucking known that.
For the Ravens.
A receiver for the Ravens. It's just, it still blew my mind every time.
Or somebody like Harrison Butker might go down. There's a long road to climb for kickers. Yeah. Might go down as a Hall of Fame kicker. He's drafted by the Panthers.
Blows my mind every time. Always forget. Trying to get a Chiefs player and realize we were wrong again.
That's right. So do we have any crazy surprises looking at this draft in the first couple of rounds?
Nothing crazy. I feel like Jameer fell a little further than I normally see him go. I've been seeing him go high second a lot.
And we're going to keep doing the players like Puka and Garrett Wilson. We're going to keep letting other people.
Kyron's
grab those.
fallen too. Do you remember when we started doing these about a month ago? Kyron was going high second also.
Look, brother gets a foot injury. It's my pick here. Let's do. No, we're gonna do ETN. I like that. He gets a foot injury, which he's got a history of being injured. Last year, out of his 2 years going into year 3, is the only healthy year he's had. And they just took a touchdown machine in the draft. Like they didn't take Blake Corum to take nothing snaps. He's gonna take cleanup snaps, right? Like get it to the 1 yard line and let Blake Corum punch it in.
See my draft strategy?
Yeah. Let me pull this up.
Let me get that little stack right there. Oh no, I was sniped. No. All right, it's fine. It's fine. We're still gonna take the running upside. Reigning MVP quarterback.
Two-time MVP.
Yep. Rushing upside and quarterbacks, and this is what you're going for. That's why some of the guys that go super late. I feel like Daniel Jones might be a sleeper in one of these.
Dude, all right, so look.
For later. We'll save this tool in the backpack for later.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I was going to go into it, and you're right. We're going to wait. We'll wait on that one. But I got a lot to say on the Daniel Jones-esque pick. Okay. All right, so look, my strategy here so far, Nolan. Let me see. I don't have any brave picks yet. I mean, I took Cooper Kupp. That's my bravest pick. But I feel good about Sun God. I feel good about Saquon and the new offense with Philly. And then Travis Etienne, even if his workload does decline, it's not going far, I don't think.
So,
dude's a machine.
No, you're right. Weird pick just happened. So what I end up doing in a lot of these underdog drafts, I go receiver, QB tight end. And I basically shrug running back until like the 7th or 8th round when you're getting like Jalen Warren. But Pacheco's fallen so far.
Take him, dude.
You can't help but do it at this point. He's a workhorse running back, receiving upside.
No Josh Jacobs?
I know, it's crazy, right? I don't know how that's going to go. I'm a Marshawn Lloyd if I'm picking a Green Bay running back, and I'm going to do that super
Nolan.
late. Do not trust Josh Jacobs.
Nolan, I got to tell you.
Put it on the board. I don't trust Josh Jacobs.
Okay? We're not planning for Marshawn Lloyd being the future.
Hey, we're
even
not.
Even though he might be. This year?
Running back, I'm betting on an injury more than an RB1 sticking it out.
Just say Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing before. As a matter of fact, is he here?
Before? How long ago was that? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Watch this.
You doing it? Look at it. Bam.
Josh Jacobs.
Slammed.
Give it to me. So now my run backs are looking like let's see.
Too many running backs.
No. Well, yeah, I can be done now. So I got Saquon, Etienne, and Josh Jacobs. We're killing it. We're killing it. Even the receivers, I've had worse. Yeah. Today in our we do a pre-show draft like at work. Nolan and I work together just to make sure we're in the mood. We're in the we're ready to go.
Brain's right. Got the ADPs down.
Yeah. I took like the all rookie team at wide receiver. I mean, took
it was
all of them except for Ladd. Nolan sniped me on that one.
Had to get one of them. I had to get my boy in.
What's our good names in this draft? Let's see. We've got You've Been Warned.
Kind of weak names this draft.
Yeah,
normally they're a lot more fun.
Usually, so one of the fun things about the underdog drafts, you see some awesome screen names. But not today. TD King, MPSA, or MP Sasquatch.
Oh my goodness! So this guy has got the strategy. He said, "Forget it. We're going all upside. 6 wide receivers to start.
Yikes, dude!
Nothing else."
Look, I tell you this: he's got a shield, Nolan.
That's true. So in underdog, you do 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. So yes, you do use more receivers than anything. Also, you can get one in your flex. But
that's a lot, man.
6 straight feels excessive.
He's going to be starting Brock Purdy at quarterback, which again, it's okay.
Wow.
And then dude, he's literally flushing tight end at that point.
I mean, you can get some crazy value late in these things.
Yeah, but he's going to have to be getting his quarterbacks and his running backs and like getting those things. This is the kind of guy I bet who gets like 1 quarterback and 1 tight end. and just lives with those guys.
Well, I mean, in round like 16, 17, you've got a lot of options down here. Noah Fant's literally a tight end 1, and he's ADP 183. Just saying.
I'm gonna go young with this next pick if he's there.
What are we feeling?
Let's see what Robin Olds takes. Oh, he took my guy. He took my guy.
No, isn't he dealing with a hammy?
Yeah, but those kinds of guys
just being super protective. No.
So do we go C.J. Stroud, and then the next quarterback after that's Kyler? Or do we go ahead and take another receiver? No, I'm going to take a receiver. I'm going to take Chris Godwin.
Yeah, man. You need those receivers.
I'll get quarterbacks later. I like C.J. Stroud a lot this year. But there's a ton of good quarterbacks. What
is he in? QB like 16 last year?
Yeah. Well,
MVP, Rookie of the Year, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
He was QB like 16.
Yeah. Like, he was really good for a rookie quarterback. Okay. Same thing with all those guys. Like with Puka, really good for like all-time rookie receiver. Rookie, not just receiver. He wasn't an all-pro. He wasn't he was an all-time rookie. Same thing with Laporta, and I'm a Laporta truther. Okay, my team last year was Laporta Potty, but he was, he was really good for a tight end. Okay,
that's right.
But he was like the 13th best prospect, so he had the greatest rookie tight end season ever, and he was only the 13th best player.
That's right,
which is good
for a rookie.
But it's like,
that's how Puka was.
Like his value is going to be really, really inflated because of that. And, if you want to take a shot at the Laporta of this year and then pick better players at that spot or maybe more consistent players, do that.
It's Ben Sano is the Laporta of this year.
Yeah.
I went super upside because we're playing underdog into Christian Watson because when he is on the field, he is electric.
Yep. That's wide receiver 1 if he's healthy.
That's right. He is the best receiver on that team if he's healthy. I don't care about you Jaden Reed truthers.
Brian Thomas or Keon Coleman?
It's going to be Brian Thomas. So many receptions on that team were vacated with Ridley gone. The amount of targets that he got last year, I'm off it.
It's actually a yucky spot. If you're taking one of the guys I would look at, if Keon's not there, then I'm going to look.
No, I missed it. It's fine. It auto-picked.
It's okay.
I changed up real quick into the other one that's going to get receptions on that team. Evan Ingram averaged like 9 targets a game or something?
Yep.
Just crazy for a tight end.
So that's what I was going to say. If Keon is not here, I'm looking at Evan Ingram or Kyler Murray. Like those are my next 2 picks where I don't, I want to start checking boxes. I don't have to. I'm not at the point where I have to.
Here. It's too early for that.
No. It's like building my roster. This is an art, okay? Building your roster the way you want to. And look, one of the best things you can do with underdogs, sometimes it's costly because these drafts cost, is doing enough of these so that you have an idea of how players fall so you can construct that roster.
That's right. I think I've taken more rookies than I've ever taken over these, and I'm only at 2.
All right, so he took Ray Shee. So I was going to take Evan Ingram or Kyler Murray. Kyler's probably the last, elite runner at quarterback there.
A little scramble boy. You got some solid options. If we're talking about running, Jaden Daniels is sitting right there.
No, for me at that spot, I know he's a rookie, but, there are very few rookies with roads to work like Keon Coleman has in Buffalo. I mean,
it's like we were just saying, vacated targets for players that aren't there anymore. Diggs got a lot of targets. They got to go somewhere. Yeah.
He's replacing, a potential Hall of Fame receiver.
Yep. Hall of Fame diva.
Yeah, no, okay. All right, so sorry, we'll say first ballot Hall of Fame diva. Maybe
That's
second ballot or third ballot wide receiver. How many times can you be on the ballot? 3 times? 2 times?
Oh, my God. I don't know. Is there a limit to how many times?
There's absolutely a limit.
I had no idea that was the case. So, if you say the first year you're available, you've got, a bunch of first ballot guys, and you don't miss it. And the next year, a bunch of, first ballots and some people that should have got it the year before. How many is too many? I didn't know there was a limit. I had no idea there was a limit until just now.
Well, let me tell you. So there is a limit to how many times you can be on the ballot, but you get voted to being on the ballot.
Okay.
So just because you're eligible doesn't mean you're on the ballot. But if you get voted to the ballot and then don't get voted in, you only have so many of those. Now I'm interested. It's completely unrelated to our underdog draft, but we grow in knowledge in all things.
That's right.
Man Bunk Bed.
Our 6 wide receiver fella got some diversity. Good diversity. He got Jonathan Brooks and then Evan Ingram.
Fame.
He's got a solid looking team.
Let's see. Hall of Fame voting procedures, maybe? Football.
Google McGooglestein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing my glasses because they get too glossy. So I'm having to
Hey, man. Just let the audience accept it. They can see the reflection. I wonder if you can see anything.
No. It's horrible.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
But if I was looking at something horrible, Not that we do that here.
No, never. We would never do that.
All right. No, I don't care about the
upstanding citizens only on this stream.
That's right. As we both have our own alcohol. Cheers.
Hey, that's illegal. What are you talking about?
All right, let's see what we're doing here. I love Curtis Samuel here, but I took Keon Coleman. So we're not taking 2 receivers in the same offense. It's dumb. Okay?
It's not. It's not dumb. I know you think it's dumb.
It's dumb.
In regular redraft formats, yes, agreed. In Underdog, I don't think so because one of them is going to get the points.
Just saying, yeah, but you're also not diversifying, right? So if the offense ends up sucking, if the quarterback gets hurt, then those guys are flushed.
It keeps changing off. I want to keep it on this, but it keeps moving on me. You're very heavy on running back. You've been doing that a lot lately, going super heavy on running backs.
Don't worry about
saying.
Me. But yes, I have. And I don't know if I love it. So, Nolan, it occurred to me that we're using these drafts as our scouting teams for the August, September drafts, right? So, part of doing drafts in July and June, if you're a sicko like Nolan and I, is that so much of what we're drafting on is total conjecture. And it will be in August, too, before they get on the field and then start playing. But, some of the stuff. Nolan, what'd you do?
I did it again. I tried to make the pick too late.
All right. So real quick, before I finish what I'm saying, Nolan, what you got to do on Underdog so you don't miss
second guess myself too much.
You got to set it quite way.
You're right. I need to start doing it. So I was gonna pick Dak for the CD stack and just go ahead and get Lamar and Dak and be done with quarterback for the rest of the draft and not think about it.
I tell you got a chance, but these two guys, this guy didn't have a quarterback. So if he does take it here, you're probably good.
Oh my God, that was so funny. But I auto-drafted Curtis Samuel. Fantastic pick. Zach just talked about him. I'm super fine with it. I've lucked out on both of these. I tried to make a pick and didn't. So I'm probably done at wide receiver here, though. Real talk. I may get one more, but I'm probably done.
Can you ever be done with receiver?
Hey, it wasn't a mistake. I just made sure I got the guy I wanted because I knew he was going to fall.
Dude, first of all, you totally full of shit.
I knew it was going to happen. It was the plan all along.
Second, I'm on the Hall of Fame website, and I can click a button that says become a member today.
Oh.
What does that do? Let's do it while I'm waiting on my turn.
Guaranteed just a newsletter.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's see. Oh yeah. Something. It's $100.
Have fun with that. It's your pick. Focus, Zach.
No, I'm smashing Jordan Love here and going to the house.
Oh, the easiest pick in the world.
Yeah. It feels super good with that. So while we say the Lions players and then rookie players like Laporta and Puka and Kyron even, are like primed for regression, I think Jordan Love and the Green Bay offense is like still on the other side of that. Like
he's got too many weapons to not be successful.
Yeah,
the issue is you're not worried about Jordan Love producing. You're worried which receiver is going to get the production that week. So that's why getting any of the Green Bay receivers in regular redraft, scary, hard to predict. Best ball, just get one. You'll be all right.
Yep. That might be the offense, Nolan, where I level with you on picking more than one receiver.
Yep.
Pick a couple on that one because you don't know.
Yep. That's why I grabbed Christian Watson. If he's on the field, best receiver on the field, it's not close. As long as his hamstring doesn't get out on him, solid. I need some running backs real bad,
SportingNews.com gave the Grizzlies a C.
Everybody's giving us a C.
Okay.
It's fine. We're not, like, it's not the most exciting pick in the world, but it is what we needed. We need that big old chunky boy just to get some rebounds.
Yeah. They gave Connect to Tennessee at A+.
Well,
it does, man.
He was supposed to be a top 6 pick.
Yeah, you know LeBron probably ran up there and was like, freaking take him. Let's see. Does Smash double quarterbacks here?
How many quarterbacks do you have?
One.
Oh, just the one? Yeah, you need one more. Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, who do you have? Can you get stacks? No, you've got ETN, stack adjacent.
No stacks.
No
but
stacks.
the receivers here are absolute dog.
No, you get Goff.
On the swing.
Or you can just go ahead and grab him. Honestly, Goff is in the same tier as those guys.
You let Goff above those guys?
Yes.
What about Tua?
That's fine.
Well, it's
have
not
you
exciting.
seen the pictures of skinny Tua?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take T-Law, and then I'm gonna see if I can accidentally. I'm gonna see if I can accidentally pair him with Gabe Davis a little bit later, a little bit down the road. I don't have any Gabe Davis picks because I think he's just not that good. But I don't know if I stack him with Trevor Lawrence and he's got one good week, I'll cash in on that.
That's right. So this is why I leave running back till normally a round or two before this, but I just kind of goofed. High on Gus Edwards this year. Just saying.
For 2 weeks. He'd be really good for 2 weeks.
Great for 2 weeks. That's what we're doing here.
Then you need to take JK. Then you need to take, the next guy. And then the
What's
next
his
guy
name? Kami Vidal or something?
Kamani Vidal,
Dude,
yeah.
Dynasty people are so freaking high on that guy.
How big is he? Let's see.
I don't think he's very big. So there's been a lot of comps to Alvin Kamara. So whatever, we'll see.
8. He's a little bitty guy.
He's the 5'8" guy, right?
Yeah, I'll say this. He's 5'8", 215.
Yeah, he's a square.
Yeah.
He's
kind of like Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do I have at quarterback? No, neither of these fellas.
No tight ends. Yep. Oh, there's a bunch still.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You can get Noah Fant in the 16th round to be fine. Because you can only play one tight end in the Underdog anyways. So if you're not getting like one of the top 5 tight ends, one of the top 20 tight ends at that point is just fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be flexing.
The difference between the 10th tight end and the 20th tight end is, 2 points on average? So, I don't care. So if I'm not getting
take Gabe Davis here, but I think at pure value, I think Jerry Jeudy is just so much better of a prospect.
Let's see what happens, dude. How many catches do you think he's going to take away from Amari?
Hopefully all of them. I mean,
fuck you.
Amari's holding out for a deal, and Jerry Jeudy just got traded. They traded for him and then signed him to a new deal.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Amari Cooper, peace. Brother, you're gone. Okay. He probably saw and was like, brother, now I want my own deal.
It's my favorite fucking meme is brother,
Oh,
dude, why is Dante... So, another person that's getting a lot of freaking hype out of nowhere for some reason is Dontavian Wicks. I've heard his name so many times in the past, 2 weeks, watching, fantasy YouTube.
Yeah, dude, his last highlight from last week ends on a goose egg.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just heard his name come up so many times. It's starting to feel like every receiver on that team is supposed to be good. And at what point do you think, hey, maybe it's just the coach, or hey, maybe it's just Jordan Love?
Now, the odds tell you really quickly that, one or two of those dudes, most likely, will be completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody's sitting here just totally bragging on their third-string wide receiver or fourth-string wide receiver.
That's right. You can't have 5 receivers, Musgrave and Kraft, and Josh Jacobs get all these targets. They can't all be
No,
sleeper insane picks, you
you
know?
can't support now for the Packers. Again, this is a first world problem. Okay, good for y'all. All right, you've done this where you've got 4 receivers off the top of my head, 2 tight ends, running backs. Really, if you go, AJ Dillon is still there, who at value and can produce. But like for fantasy, it makes it difficult, except for the quarterback, except for Jordan Love. Let's see. We're gonna keep smashing receivers here, and I love Jahan Dotson still. Still there. It's a good pick.
Even after everything?
Cliff Kingsbury's running the offense.
Well.
Okay. So while he was not that good of a head coach, they'll score points.
Who was the best receiver on those Arizona Cliff Kingsbury teams? Was it Hollywood? How was he doing?
Bro, it's probably like Rondale for a second.
Oh, that's true.
Let's see. Hold on, I'll look. What's the best play?
I was about to say, you gotta look, because people hate my keyboard. I feel like so many people bring up my keyboard is so loud.
Yeah, dude, you're getting clackety. That's true.
Look, man, it's not my fault. Well,
I guess it's technically
my fault, but...
Let me pull it up on the computer. It's easier on the computer. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. One day, Nolan, we get this office, the camera won't be so focused on me. It's gonna be focused on like the back of me with my shelves and like my sports stuff.
You're gonna get it all put together?
It's not unpacked yet.
Wow. Yours will be looking better than mine. Look at me, favoriting. So when I second guess myself, it picks them anyways.
We're going wide receivers. We're going Cardinals, and we're going to select 2023 for the stats of the season.
We don't need 23. We need. When was Kingsbury?
Yeah, Hollywood finished with 150 points.
No, but when was Cliff Kingsbury the coach?
No, you're right. All right, let's go 22.
He was in Taiwan all last season.
DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins and Hollywood Brown.
Scary Terry, Hopkins, and Watson is Hollywood? Is that what we're saying?
Oh, there's nobody left from Cliff Kingsbury. None. And even from last year, their top option. Yeah, their top option was let's see. Okay, so it's actually got a filter to players on Arizona currently, but for last year. So last year, the best player was Greg Dortch at 198 points.
Yikes. That's a big old yikes right there.
And then rookie Michael Wilson at 128.
Shout out. I've been talking about Michael Wilson since the last year, if you go back to some of those streams.
Dude, look, here I am in round 13, and I can get Hockenson or Musgrave or Quentin Johnston.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not worried about tight end. You do need to start taking some, though.
I'm going to take him, bro. I got Jordan Love. That was a Musgrave pick.
That was planned. Planned all along.
100%. I waited until round 13, pick 3. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. I wish this would stop changing off every time somebody picks. I'm trying to critique your team.
No. Constructively criticize.
No, is that what it is? Stop it.
You could click board, and it'll stay on there.
Oh, that's good thinking. Good thinking. Look at you.
Plus, it's so aesthetically pleasing with the position colors and stuff. No, what do we feel like your weakness is on this draft so far?
Running back. I did my took Pacheco super early, and then I threw in a strategy.
5 is not super early, okay?
Well, early for me taking running backs. I normally don't take one until 7, so I was like, oh, I'll take Pacheco here, and then I just also kind of forgot to take another one for a bit. So I didn't get another one until round 10, when normally I would take 7, 8 running back. But here we are. So, a little light on running back. I think my tight ends are better than they look on paper. I think Goddard will be fine. Komet will be fine.
But look at your handcuff running backs here. Jalen Wright, maybe not best ball qualified for this year. We'll see with the Dolphins. You don't know.
Yep.
You got Kamani Vidal. We were just talking about it. You got Algier, who might be the best backup running back ever.
This may be a steal in some of these underdog drafts right
Yeah,
here,
well,
though.
look, people forget Antonio Gibson getting signed in New England. I mean, like Ramondre played all season, right?
That's right.
So Antonio Gibson will have work.
So people sleep on Khalil also. Yep. Tyrone Tracy. They've been talking about him crazy in camp. I don't know. But the big steal of if you want to get a super late running back, Roshan.
Touchdown
Fun fact for the
machine.
stream, because I've talked to Zach about this a bunch of times. In the past 2 years, DeAndre Swift has had a 16 touchdown rusher that's not him on his team. So somebody else is going to get the goal line carries, and it's going to be Roshan because he's a big old boy. So he's going to get the TDs points this year.
No, I'm going to reach take our guy.
Are you?
Laporta version 2.
I don't even think it's a reach. That's a solid pick.
Yeah,
I don't know why I like him so much. I fucking love him. It's one of those things. Couldn't tell you why. Think he's going to be great, though.
It's because Laporta and Kincaid poisoned us. So before last year, the plan was you don't take rookie tight ends. That's a dumb idea.
Until a tight end is 26, 27, they're irrelevant.
It's notoriously difficult for tight ends to come into the NFL and be productive from like a fantasy point perspective. They might be good blockers. They might do kind of stuff like that, maybe get some third down catches, but they're just not that good like in the totality of their season. Mm-hmm. Last year, you had a couple of good rookie tight ends. So everybody's going to be freaking out this year.
Yeah, and it feels like the normal people that you see as the top tight ends are kind of falling off or kind of getting hurt.
Yep.
Kelsey's, man, he's getting old. And last year it kind of showed.
It didn't kind of show.
For his ADP of like the 1.6, he ended up, tight end like 8 or 9 or something like that?
Yeah, let's see.
Real bad. The tight end 8 or 9 was being drafted in like the 8th or 9th round.
I know he lost to a rookie tight end.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Andrews is constantly hurt. Goddard was going super high last year. So, like, you've got the new young guys coming in, and it feels like they're kind of taking place of some of the older guys. But I feel like that just means some of the older guys are still going to be solid tight ends. You can just get them later than you could last year.
Yep. So I feel like the Grizzlies, Nolan, as we're going through this, are having the equivalent of like taking an O-lineman in the first round of a draft.
It's exactly what it feels like.
They picked who they needed, but like it's just not that exciting.
God,
and they're not doing
I want to take
trades.
another wide receiver, but I really don't need to take another wide receiver.
You could be brave.
Oh, I really want to take Michael Wilson. Or I'm just going to take my handcuff, the square.
Hey, CBS Sports gave us a B.
Hey, we finally got not a C. So, as classic Ravens running backs go, Gus Edwards, now on a new team, probably still injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
I just took now I have 2 of the 7 running backs on that team that could get the usage. So, I'm not super happy about it, but what are we going to do? That's the position I put myself in, so we're dealing with it.
Let me see. I'm kind of wide open on what I could do here. So I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to go the other way. I took a bunch of Troy Franklins. I'm going to go Marvin Mims on this one.
Fine. Get some diversity in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you only have 4 running backs, but I mean, they're great running backs.
Pretty good ones,
you don't
though.
have to worry about it again.
Yeah.
Now you're just shooting for upside receivers.
Right. I might snag Chase Brown in like the 17 or the 18. You know, like no rush. We're fine with that.
I mean, you could wait till the next come around and grab Roshan, how we talked about.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's literally...
I don't think people are talking about it enough, but I think Deontay Foreman could be a solid running back to grab super late this year.
He usually is. So not until an injury. Like, he won't get meaningful snaps till someone gets hurt.
Who knows if Chubb is actually going to even be relevant back from injury this year. He's not going to come back by the beginning of the year.
Deontay Foreman's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick of running backs. Yeah. Like, he's always pretty good.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
He just can't stick somewhere.
Yep. I mean, for you also, if you just want a super late, you've got Tank down there too.
Yeah. Still a bunch of good picks here.
Yep.
Can't take Luke McCaffrey. I got Jahan Dotson. And the Zach School of Theory says we're not taking in the same offense. We're not doing it. Quarterback and skill position, fine. Any other skill position and a skill position, it can be tough sometimes.
Yep.
Unless they're really, really good offense.
You hate it so much.
I do.
I don't hate it as much in best ball, but
Nolan's won more championships than me, okay? In the league that we care about.
Oh, in all the leagues.
I won the GameStop League 3 years consecutively.
Well, I wasn't in that league. In leagues we're in together.
Okay.
Because my name is on the league trophy twice.
And we're tied at the work league. This is
okay, fine. We're tied in the work league.
So Nolan and I play at work with a bunch of
people that don't watch ourselves.
We are casuals within fantasy football circles, but for people who don't play it often, we're pretty sweaty dudes.
We're gold trying to get to diamond.
That's right. And so so we're cleaning up on the work league. I don't foresee that changing.
I took the first chip, and then you took the second chip.
All right, let's see. Could take a running back here.
You did win Dynasty League, though. So
I did.
You're technically only one behind me.
Catching up.
There it is.
Every day.
My team's never going to win in that league.
I'm not going to take Roshan because I've got a lot.
Wow.
I've got a lot of exposure for Roshan, so I'm going to be brave and let you do it. I did take a Tyrone Tracy shit, though.
Shit, I'll take him, man. Honestly, Dameon Pierce may have been the pick. Don't you have
Mixon? Not in this draft.
Oh, I thought you had Mixon in this
draft. No, we do drafts together, okay?
Oh, there's Roshan. Cool. He's right there. Let's go. Go team.
Go team.
Unless what I hope for my Dynasty League's sake, because my team live and dies by DeAndre Swift.
That's right.
Maybe he gets some touchdowns this year.
None of the other centers other than Filipowski have gone. Daron Holmes went to the Nuggets. Missy went to the Pelicans. Because they're not going to re-sign Jonas.
Are they not?
No.
How old is he now? He's like 36, right?
He is a prime Lakers candidate. Okay. Vet man for the Lakers and scoring upside, like that's.
He's going to be too snooty for a vet man. He'd rather go home before he took a vet man.
That's true. It's true.
He's cheapo.
I feel like they're going to go
dealership before. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
He's a big old cheap boy.
Yeah. Was he a negotiator?
He wanted basically free.
Like I'm Jonas from the Grizzlies.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what happened.
Give me a vehicle.
Yep.
No. Hey, shout out Jonas Valanciunas. If you don't agree with that, jump on the show one day. Let's get you on. It's a fantasy football podcast, but we'll settle this.
Hey, we'll draft 17. Fuck it, we're taking Jalen Tolbert. I don't know why. I think he's gonna have a great year. It's also another one of those feeling ones.
We got 2 rounds left, including this round where I'm about to pick. So take a look at the runner, okay? Take a look at the runner down there. It's been running the whole episode, okay?
He's tired, out of breath.
So when you jump on the Underdog and you want to start doing your drafts and not listen to the advice Nolan and I have given out, which is fair, use code FFADVICE. They will match your first deposit 50% up to $250. Okay?
Right.
All right, so coming up here, I could take Khalil, though, in direct contention with your Roshan pick.
Well, you could.
I think so, though.
Odd man out.
Oof, love that Daniel Jones pick late.
Great pick. Round 17, get a solid quarterback with some rushing upside.
It's like the last quarterback I would take, probably.
I would take him before the 2 running backs went right before him.
All right,
JJ
so
might not even be playing the whole year, and then I don't trust New England quarterbacks.
Yep, I'm going to take Dameon Pierce. Joe Mixon's probably going to be good. Okay,
probably.
But Dameon Pierce is a touchdown running back, and honestly, he's one Joe Mixon injury away from like full on being the starter there.
Again, yeah, he lost his touches to Singletary a lot last year, but the year before that, before he got hurt, his rookie year, he was excellent. So, I mean, if he can get back to pre-injury, solid pick.
That looked like on the board, Nolan, that Khalil Herbert got picked, then taken off, and then put back on.
That's what it looked like. Okay, I was wondering if you had noticed the flash.
You're not crazy. We've been drinking, but you're not crazy. All right, so look, your 18th pick, okay? Your 18th pick is your attempt to find Puka Nacua or Kyron Williams. Laporta got drafted, so you couldn't find him in the 18th pick. But, like, your 18th pick is looking for somebody that's on a roster that probably isn't a starter today. But stop it, Nolan.
I'm just saying.
He is an injury away from being, like, very relevant on his team.
Those are my... Ooh, come back. Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
Those
are my 3 round 18 picks I like to take.
Well, dude, look, Tank's still on here, and I've got ETN, so that's probably a wise pick. Alexander Madison in Las Vegas, if he regains what he's missing. Audric Estime.
Estime's a good one, too. He's probably going to get some goal line touches. These 3 are my favorites because Chase Claypool, all the talent in the world, he's just a diva. There's also a lot of touches to go around, as we talked about earlier with Stephon Diggs going away. So, who knows? Brendan Rice was Caleb Williams' favorite red zone target at USC. He's caught 12 touchdown passes last year. So, who knows? Also, the wide receiver room on the Chargers is wide open.
We need a better word for that. It's more than that. It's
it's gaping.
It's open for business on the first day.
That's right.
It's the new fast food restaurant that your town hasn't had that opens up and you can't go to for 3 months.
Yep.
That's the Chargers wide receiver room.
And then Yusovas, he came on late last year.
Yeah.
Last game of the year, he caught 2 touchdown passes.
No, I'm totally with you on that.
Good with that. If T. Higgins does get moved, there's touches to be got on that team, and he showed he can make a big catch. So, also,
no question.
Before he was ever drafted in that combine, I called him to be my favorite player coming out of it. So
I'm going to take a homer pick. Okay, yeah. I realize now in the round 18s, especially, I have 0 exposure. Or for those, I don't have any shares. Like I don't have any picks of this player, and he's a New Orleans Saint. Okay, but he's got lots of work available to him. Olave has been injured and hasn't really, done what he's wanted. Rashid Shaheed is still unknown, so we're going with a guy who got 2 scores to finish the season last year. We're going with A.T. Perry.
There you go. Solid.
I think that's a great kind of idea of what you pick in the 18th round is somebody who is not currently valuable.
That's right.
But might be valuable during the season. We're not dynastying. We're hoping this year that he becomes valuable.
So you hope he becomes valuable at some point, or you want to grab somebody on a great team who might get garbage time touches weeks 15, 16, 17.
Yep.
Especially in these tournament style ones where if you make it to the cut, you want the most upside possible those last couple weeks. So you're shooting for somebody who may come into his own at the very end of the season if he gets garbage time looks or somebody gets hurt.
Yep.
I picked my boy.
The boy.
He's so.
That's fine. That's a good one. Out of Princeton, okay? Ivy League picks.
Princeton. And there's my one of my other ones going right after me.
Yeah, that dude smashed it too. That Shield guy was
so quick. He knew exactly what he was doing. Who did they end up taking last week? DJ Chark. Also, solid low.
Great pick.
Yeah, great pick. So, yeah.
Or even the Odell Beckham in Miami. Love that pick in 18.
Yeah.
Love that round pick.
Too.
If he's a tenth of what Odell Beckham is supposed to be, he's going to have a 2-touchdown week that'll make you money that week.
That's right. Also, Loop Time got the idea. If you don't get one of these like top 4 or 5 quarterbacks, Hurts, Mahomes, Allen, or Lamar, I say just wait. This dude didn't take a QB till round 13. Got Stafford.
Nailed it.
Could be a top 10 quarterback. Derek Carr, not great, but
we don't know.
He has good talent on the team with like Olave and Kamara and Condre and A.T. Perry. He's got talent to throw to. And then Bo Nix, who they've said might not be the start at the beginning of the season, but he will be by the end of it. So who knows what's going to happen. So if you're going to just blank on tight end till the end of the draft, he did great. Also, there's 1,000 other tight ends that went after that. Like Drake May will probably be starting. JJ probably starting by the end of the year. Freaking Geno and Baker are right there too, though.
Let's go.
Baker was the 11 quarterback last year, and then Geno got a new OC who wants to air out the ball, so could be a top 12 quarterback this year.
Conversely, that last guy SLV 007 who took Justin Fields, brother, did you not see that Madden trailer
where he was returning kicks? That's so funny.
Give it up.
Hey, man, look, if he returns a kick, that's some points. I'm just saying.
Do you think Underdog is intuitive enough to shift him into a position like the Taysom effect? What do they do with the algorithm on that?
Well, his other quarterback is Will Levis or Kyler, so they could have some down weeks. Yeah, that's also the never mind. Got my people mixed up. I thought he was the 6 wide receiver straight guy.
No. But I love that.
Am I looking at the wrong draft?
Yeah, it's okay.
I am actually looking at the wrong draft. That's fine.
I've never heard a better sentence to rapping. Okay, like that's like a good we're getting out of here kind of thing. Show him that 6 guy. I am. That was a really brave win puppy now puppy Nolan. That was puppy 2 today, I think.
This one?
Top one. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Quarterbacks. I think I have a type.
It might not be either of those. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of completed drafts on here.
We already have too many drafts.
Yeah,
it's already
too many drafts. We've done a lot of them. I just thought it was funny. Apparently, I draft the same quarterbacks a lot. It was Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, and both of them.
Nolan, swap your exposures up, okay?
Oh, my God.
Be brave.
Oh, my God. The Roshan exposure is insane.
I've not looked at my exposures. I don't want to.
Oh, that's fine.
Look at your top 2 guys.
Dude, it's
I would have bet money on those guys for you.
Yeah. Especially because Evans is definitely a late second-round pick. To get him that consistently is pretty fucking wild.
Yo, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 guys at 50%. Nobody above 50, okay? But 5 guys at 50. So my 5 guys are Joe Mixon in the new Houston offense. Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay.
Great.
You're not gonna love the next one. I got 50% shares in Luke McCaffrey.
Okay. Yikes. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. I've got Brendan Rice at 41.7%, just because it's one of my round 18 flyers.
What you'll have to explain is that $19 invested in Jalen Rice. That's what you're gonna have to. What you're gonna have to.
Because those running backs get hurt historically on Mike McDaniel's teams. So last year you saw it in Miami, but he was the run game coordinator every year in San Francisco for those last couple. And you saw those dudes drop like flies every year. Just grab the next man up.
That's right. But yeah, Joe Mixon, Luke McCaffrey, Josh Allen, naturally, Sammy Laporta, and then Keon Coleman. That's my 50%ers.
There it is. Huh. All right.
Yeah. So, and then the next group after that's 33%ers. So, well, look, this has been good. This is our first Best Ball Mania draft, so we put some money on the line tonight for you people out there, the ones who listen to 3-Man Bunk Bed, okay? So we'll see you next week. Check us out on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. They're going to post it to Twitter, so check us out there. They're going to post us to YouTube. Check us out there. Please go to Underdog. Start doing drafts. Use this code that's coming across the runner, FFADVICE. They're gonna give you some free money just for doing it. But look, other than that, I'm Zach. That's Nolan. I think we're out of here.
See you guys.
Peace.